RC said, I've suffered watching the Glazers bleed our club dry. I can see FSG doing the same. To not back their new manager with signings, with a single signing, is poor. RC, my friend, it is. It is poor. And what's even more mind-boggling, sir, is that some people think this is a good idea. Some people think that the rest of us are just so far removed from reality that we can't see the genius. But here's the kicker. Ask these same people to explain why you're wrong. They won't. They'll just mock you, talk down to you, categorize you, put you in this box and say that you are this or that. It's elitism at its best. And FSG and John W. Henry and Tom Werner and all of these other owners don't give a damn about the football club or its supporters. They do not give a damn. Nessie said, lies, pathetic excuses, no passion for winning, cannot even sign good players anymore season after season, and if you're being critical, you're being labelled as a hater. We need protests, FSG out now. Don't forget, it's not just a hater, Nessie. It's a hater or somebody who's never been to Anfield or somebody who doesn't understand the genius that's at work. Always a case of belittling the rest of us so they can feel superior. Well, the thing is, there's more and more of us now. There's more and more people feeling disenfranchised like we are. Feeling like our owners aren't doing the best to give the manager, who's coming into a difficult situation after an iconic manager like Jurgen, but he still backed himself. So we need to back him. He can't fail because of a lack of spending from the owners. We can't let that happen. Like always, the trinity is between the players, the fans and the manager. The owners should be an afterthought. Sign the checks or fuck off. And Mark Fitchin, thank you Mark for your very kind super chat, mate. Very kind of you. Said LFC sale, prospect of a massive profit, collapse of the European Super League in which Henry wanted, and harder to compete financially with state-backed clubs such as Manchester City and Newcastle. I think they want an offer. There's a excuse me, Mark. There's a few more bits I'd add on to that, mate. There was Project Big Picture as well. Do you remember that? Where John W. Henry was trying to create a situation with regards to money funneling down towards the Football League. So there was that as well. Then there was the furloughing of staff. There was the trademarking of Liverpool from a footballing context that they couldn't get done. And it feels like when they've taken over Liverpool, they've underestimated the canny nature of Liverpool fans. The lengths at which Liverpool fans will work when they need to overthrow incorrect decisions. And I think that that's what's going to happen again here. Because all they're doing right now is baiting people. Whether they like that or don't like it, or care or don't care, that's all they're doing right now. It's just baiting Liverpool fans. We get angry at each other. The lines are drawn in the sand. But as long as that stadium keeps being full, they're going to be happy. As long as the TV revenues keep coming in, they're going to be happy. As long as Liverpool are semi-competitive, they're going to be happy. One question, John. What the fuck does this mean more? This means more mean. What does it mean? This means more what? Apart from it being one of the cheesiest taglines I've ever heard, what does it mean? Because if you got why it meant more, then you'd actually give a damn. But you don't. It's a marketing phrase that you're utilising to try and once again cash in on Liverpool's legacy and history. The same legacy and history you were willing to sell down the river for your closed shop Super League. Cowering over in Boston. Hiding away. Honestly starting to wonder if they expanded the stand for the team or to make them a more used concert venue in the summer, bringing in millions. And again, I would say, I've no issue with any of that, as long as the money that's been generated has been put back in. And truly, what do we have other than the word that all the money's been reinvested? Like, truly, I'm not even joking here. What do we have other than this narrative that all the money's been reinvested? Every penny that could possibly be utilised is being given back to the club. All we have for that is someone's word. Because I promise you, you can make accounts look like whatever you want. Want to look like your company's barely breaking even? Your accountants will find a way. The fact of the matter is, they're absolute spoofers and have been for many, many years, but some fans just refuse to acknowledge it. Jurgen pulled rabbits out of hats and they got away with it. And they won't even back their new manager that they handpicked. And I'm supposed to believe that they want to win. Hope fans don't forget this window. If results aren't going Slot's way and they turn on him, saw in the first half versus Ipswich, we need improvements. Arne Slot cannot be the sacrificial lamb for the lack of spending from the owners. He just can't be. It's unfair on him if that's the case. But the fans will turn on the manager. Unfortunately so, mate. Because we can be fickle as football fans at times, mate. You know, we can be reactionary. And yes, it's always the manager who's accountable, even when those above him aren't doing their job. We can both see the writing on the wall, Eddie. We can both see how this pans out. And it isn't fair to Arne Slot. So unless Arne is able to come and absolutely beat the odds, which I hope to God he can, yeah, you're right. He's been set up to fail and it's going to be on him. And that ain't fair. Francis, Adam said, Craig, I know he won't come and say it, but Slot must be furious. This man does not deserve this treatment. He's being hung out to dry. Yes, I agree. And I really, really like Arne Slot. I love him. I'm not at the Jurgen levels of love. That's going to take a while. But I do really like him. I like he's his own man. And I don't want him to be hung out to dry either. Ace and Tino said, again, what if Slot wanted these sales to happen? Would we be as critical? I'm going to answer your question, mate, with a question. Why would he want them to happen? If you're Arne Slot, why would you want to weaken your group? Genuinely. All I can think of is maybe he doesn't want to stand in a player's way who wants to play football. But I find it hard, mate, to believe that there's a manager in the world who wants to go into a season understocked in the centre-back position. I can't see for the life of me. Because we were told during the summer that Vandenberg might be that fifth centre-back. That he may stay. That Arne Slot's being impressed with him. And then he's gone. As is Carvalho, who scored twice in pre-season. So who are the ones that won him over in pre-season? Who was he assessing the squad that's won? You may feel that things are getting toxic, Ace and Tino. And I respect your opinion because you're a long-term viewer. I don't think that certain toxicity or feeling towards the owners is unmerited or unwarranted after another window like we've had. And I've run out of giving the benefit of the doubt. But as I said, I do respect you. I know that you're not a sensationalist person, but I strongly, strongly disagree with you on this topic.